Hats off to Amarachi Obu, the manager of this project. I see you there. All right. The next on the agenda for today is, of course, the keynote speaker's speech, which was supposed to be Mr. Hakim. However, he is unavailable. So I am going to hand over the mic to a convener of Change Maker Community of Practice, if I get that right, the Director of Operations, Caleb Group of Schools. She's also the founder, Sogebra Foundation, a powerful woman, I must say, in the person of Miss Shola Adeola Sogebra. Please, I hand over the mic to you as you take your speech. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary. And once again, good evening, everyone, from Akbotieri to Yunus to Azan to Isa to Awa to everyone. If I have not mentioned your name, kindly pardon me. And I'm excited to be here in the midst of educators like myself, passionate ones for that matter, because for you to take your time and sign up to join this challenge and think about the project that you can do to impact your community. It means that you have a burning desire for positive change. And so I salute you this evening and I welcome you once again. Just like Okpaifa said, well, whatever challenge, whatever project you have to execute, you need fund and you need to collaborate. You need people also. You heard him when he said that some of his friends believed in his vision, even if the person is just going to be there encouraging you, listening to you. You cannot do this alone. You need people around you to support you while you work to achieve your desired goal. So I'm not going to be wasting much of our time. I just need you to use any of this emoji for me to know that you're right here on this call and that you're excited on the journey. So please use any emoji of your choice. I can see Abdullah, I can see Awa, I can see Azan is raising. And no, do you want to say anything? Just use the sticker, the emoji. Okay? I think we are just mixing everything up. The emojis are there for you to use to react. All right. I think Awa reacted using the emoji, and the other person's name has disappeared. Poti, I don't want to say what I'm not sure of. Pardon me, please. Okay, so let's just dive into today's presentation. Odoje, do you want to say something? If you're using the raise hand emoji icon, you're saying that you want to say something. That's what you're doing. So if you raise your hands, you'll be calling attention to yourself, and then we might want to listen to you. But if you want to react, just use the emoji, the love, the thumbs up, the flower, the one waving, just the one laughing and all that. Those are the emojis that you will use. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me share my screen now. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can see your screen. Miss Shola.
Okay, so Mary, you are going to be doing a lot of favor for me. If there are any questions or something in the chat box, you please let me know because right now I can't get to see them. All right. So today we'll be talking about collaboration and fund raising. Collaboration and fund raising. Okay, so by the end of everything today, what we would have taken or learned together is one, understanding collaboration, then collaborative skills development, fundraising fundamentals, strategic planning for collaboration and funding. Basically, the bottom line of all of this is for you to understand how you can leverage collaboration in your project and how you can raise funds for your project. All right, so now collaboration, the importance of collaboration and fund raising is the first thing we have on our slide today. The two of them are so close in they are very important in achieving our objective, our goals, our projects. We are still going to get there. You see, I put some quotes somewhere. You cannot do, I mean, one person cannot do so much. Now, if you want to impact so many people, you need, of course, you have people you can work with. If you have the fund, you can pay them, but you need collaborators, even the people that we sponsor or even raise fund or, resources or money. Some of them can be collaborating with you. And you see that collaboration, there's strength in unity. When you leverage collaboration, you get to use let me not use the word use spend people. You spend people what you cannot see, they see it. Even what you do, when you feel that you cannot do this, they encourage you, or you feel that you don't even know any organization that can assist you or individual, your connection could be like, okay, I can speak to this person on your behalf. So there's strength in unity. And then fundraising also provides the necessary financial support to turn your aspirations into reality. I mean, for someone that wants to teach a child to read, it's a pain in your heart because before you can say that this is what I want to do, you have identified that in your community, this is a big challenge that you want to rise up to the call and solve. So you can imagine when you have that in your heart, how do you want to achieve this? Maybe the little resources you need here and there. You don't have fund getting it. How can you solve the problem? The problem will persist. You will not be able to solve it. But when you have funds, when you have financial strength, you will be able to turn all this aspiration into reality and then for the greater good of all. Now, what are the benefits of collaboration? I want to believe that we know what collaboration is, and I don't want to go into deep spend time talking about it. So in short, what Mr. Olpaifa has mentioned about him working with his friends buying into his vision, working with some of us that are going to be, you still be meeting with the others, is in short collaboration. This is a project. This thing we are doing right now is a project. It is Mr. Olpaifa's project. And we are his friend and we are coming to also support with what we have. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but money is also very important, right? So diverse perspective is one of the benefits of collaboration. When you work with individuals or organizations from different backgrounds, experiences, expertise, this will give you fresh ideas. Some of you have your project, even the title. Probably when you're talking to some people, you might need to go back to the drawing board and fix it well because you're getting diverse perspective, you're getting fresh idea. And as you go on, you're not caged. It's not going to be like a box. You have the opportunity to restructure so that at the end of the day, you have a sustainable project that even if you're not there, what you want to achieve will always be achieved. Now, shared resources too. When you collaborate with other people, you will see that you will be able to pool resources together. Even talking about funding, talking about manpower, equipment, expertise from multiple people. You'll be able to, you can do this thing that we are doing, for example. Your project could be that you want to impact the teachers in your community. And of course, you have a niche, and that is not just what teachers need. So you have friends that have, expertise in other things that teachers, other skills that teachers need. You can also collaborate with them, bring them together. You see, at the end of the day, you have a package, a total package together. So increased innovation too. When you collaborate, you get and you're getting fresh ideas. This will bring a spark. The new ideas will bring a spark into something that you're not seeing, something you're not even exploring before in that your project, and you begin to innovate and solve problems. Then broader impact. So I have a friend. We had a conversation. He wanted to do something, and he's just looking at his community. But when we finished talking, he felt like, okay, he can do this project even beyond his community. It is not because he cannot do that before, but because we had that conversation and then we were open-minded, we had this, we just feel like we can do this, yes, we can do it, and that was it. So when you also discuss or collaborate, you can see that at the end of the day, it could even be to resources. Maybe you're thinking that I have only 1 or 2 or 3 resources. When you collaborate and you pull these resources together, you see that, okay, if 2 can actually cater for 10 people, if I have 5 now, it means that I can cater for 20 or 25 people. So you see that collaboration is truly, truly important. Now, examples of successful collaboration is when you partner with other organizations. You cannot, a drop of water cannot make an ocean. You can't do this alone. You cannot do this alone. If you are very much aware of the phenomenal conference in July, is collaborating with other organizations such as 1 Million Teacher. Last year, collaborated even with Big, they sponsored, collaborated with, what's that again? Multina, they also sponsored. So partnering with organization will make your project be successful. Joint project, this might not necessarily be for now, or it doesn't matter. You might find an organization that their goal for this year is in line with what your project is. If you're lucky enough, you can just collaborate with them. They don't have to come there. They just need somebody that can drive that, and then they tap and also support whatever project that you want to have. So fundraising fundamentals. Let me go down there. I'm sorry I'm rushing, but where I need to emphasize, I'll slow down there. And if you have a question, you can please drop it in the chat box. So are we still together, please?
Yes.
Yes, we are, ma. Very much, yeah.
Okay. Now, for you to raise funds, you need to understand, especially in this economy, I will not just drop my money for what? And a lot of people are doing projects, I know. Is your own legit, or what is the problem you want to solve? So you know that your mission and the mission alignment. So if you're meeting with a particular person, take for example, I mentioned a type of project that if you want to touch or inspire, or what is that now? The teachers in your community. Uncle Ifa is a very good person to go and meet there. It's not like I'm saying he's a good person, like a good person. No, I am saying he's the best, one of the best person to meet in this regard, because already he has a vision of impacting teachers, even without you coming up with this project. So if you're now meeting him that, see, my community, this is what we are suffering, and I want to really help work and help the teachers, I'm very sure if he wanted to come to that community, he will come, because it's in line with his own vision, with his mission. He will do it with the whole of his heart. If you're meeting somebody that does not have that interest, you will be pushing and be pushing. And it is not far-fetched. You can find out some of these things on the social media, and you see what they talk about. You see what they're passionate about. then you can sell the ideas there to align with whatever it is that you have. So case for support, the second point there, you have to also develop a compelling case that clearly articulates the individual or organization, whoever that you need their support that you want to work with. It is very, very important. I am coming to you to say that I need you to support me. You need to make a case. Support you how? Do you think I just spend money like that? But you have to make a case to support whatever project that you want to carry out. Then relationship building. It is important for us to, okay, donor identification too. Like I mentioned earlier before, there are so many organizations, even British Council. There's another, I can't remember that, it's not coming to mind now. There are these organizations that there are certain things that when you sell to them, they buy it immediately because it's just in line. So you need to identify who your donors are. Then learn how to also build relationships. You don't use and dump people. You spend people, like I said. For example, last year when Big was part of the sponsor for Phenomenon 1.0, every time there was a post, Big will always be mentioned. Martina will always be mentioned. 1 million teachers mentioned. So that's building relationship and also making them see that this thing that you have given to us, this is what has been used for. We appreciate, and you're building a relationship like that because you might need to come back another time, probably for another project. And when you have a very good relationship with them, they will always open their door. It will not even be as difficult as the first time. Please, I need to go to the next slide. You will get this later from Mr. Kwefa. Now, like I said when I started, the fundraising is crucial to, very crucial to, sorry, think I missed something here. I'm sorry, I need to see. So fundraising is very important in our projects. I don't know the kind of project that you want to do, but it is really, really important. You want to introduce homeschooling to parents. It means that they might need data. They might need some resources. How do you get these resources? How do you manage data? How do you motivate people? You want to teach a child how to read. How do you get books? Are you going to be doing this alone? Where do you want to use? Do you have a place of your own? Do you want to rent a place? Will you be working with people that you might need to teach to motivate? So all of these things requires fund. You need to go from pillar to post to sell your ideas to the people in your community so that they allow their children to come and learn from you. And some of these children, you might also need to motivate them so that they come back the next time. You need financial resources to sustain your project. So some of the types of project that fundraising that I mentioned is individual donations. I did a project last year. I'm still going to get to that, but if I mention it now, I won't mention it again. I did a project last year, Sogebra Foundation. And I needed money because I was buying resources, back to school resources, school bags. I even gave uniform. Okay, so when I started, it occurred to me that I really would love to do this. And at Phenomenon 1.0, I met with one of the big representatives and also got some items from my friend, Mr. Kwefa. So what am I doing with these items? I can actually use it. So you see collaboration. Sometimes you're collaborating, you don't even know that to come in handy. So when I collaborated with him on his project, I got some of these items from him. And then when I look at these items, I felt that I can give it to those children that are less, they don't have this opportunity to get these resources. And it would be very good if they have it to encourage them, motivate them to learn. So I started again. I felt in my heart that I was going to reach out to 100 people. But at the end of the day, I reached out to over 100 people. You see, By the time I collaborated, made use of the relationship I had with Big during the Phenomenon 1.0, I got support. I got individual support. I got corporate support. Yes, I didn't get grants support. And I did not get event and camp. I don't have to get all the support. But I got individual donations from Sukomi. He supported. Adeko supported. Some other people, my brother supported. 1 million teachers supported. Even Big gave me more resources. At the end of the day, yes, I gave 100 children uniform. I gave them books. I gave them school bags. I gave them water bottles. I gave them biro. Please, can we mute our microphone? Please, how many more minutes do I have? Hello? Hello? Are we still on the call?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I got individual donations and I got corporate sponsorship. And trust me, I am going for something bigger this time. And I'm going to leverage all of these things that I have. And whichever works is fine. The idea is for me to get what I need. All of them must not respond. You know that even one organization, that's the corporate sponsorship, all the things I need can come from one organization. So, and it can also come from my friends, because trust me, we have gone past, and these are things that we are doing that made us look beyond money. So when it is something that makes sense, we bring out what we can, we support fully. Okay, so strategies for successful collaboration and fundraising. Identify key stakeholders and partners. It is not everybody, I've mentioned that before, that it will buy into your vision or your dream. They teach a child how to read. Some people are really, really all over it. They love it. They can do anything for it. But some organizations or individual could be like, why will a child not learn how to read before? That's a waste of. So you see, you need to identify them. Before you do this identification, you need to establish clear goals and objectives. You don't begin to sell your idea and are beginning to look at your goal that it is unrealistic. Like the objectives are not clear. You need to establish a clear goal. I want to teach these children mathematics, to show them how to solve mathematics in simple ways so that they get to love it. Because in this community, mathematics has really been a big challenge to these learners. Excuse me. And they don't have interest in it. So that's why I'm coming up with this project, because I believe if they are very good with their numbers, other subjects will come in very easy. So you state your objective very clear. If you don't have your goals, maybe because you filled the form, you applied, and that's where you just have it, it's not good enough. You should have your objective, your goals, smart goals set out that you want to always go back to guide yourself. Then you go on to identify your stakeholders. You also communicate effectively to align with everyone. To align everyone with the mission. So, do you know that I can be talking to you? This is what my vision is for this project. And if it's not aligning with what you want to do, I don't need to force you, because at the end of the day, there will be a crack, there will be an issue. This is what I want to do, and I don't need to sugarcoat it so that I will now bend. At the end of the day, because I want to suit you, I am going off my vision. No, this is what I want to do, because I have identified the problem and I want to solve it. I must have done my baseline survey that, okay, this is the level at which the children are, and it's a burden in my heart that I want to solve. So I will not bend, and I will communicate it. And yet, you can still find some other people, even if they don't buy, they don't agree with it, or that's not what they want to do. It doesn't mean that they will still not support. They support, okay, if you want to do that, this is what I can support you with, and they move on. Then you can also leverage technology for online fundraising campaign. When I did my project, I put it there. I want to do this, and a lot of people are doing that. Support, sponsor a child to school, Then whatever narration you're putting there should speak to what you want to do, and not to, let it not be too lengthy, because people will not, they won't read it, and at the end of the day, maybe the major point is towards the end, they will not read it, or in the middle, so they just scan through, they read from beginning and the end, and the major message you're passing across has been left behind. Nothing will be done. So you make it short as possible, and then you communicate your goals and what you want to achieve on the using technology, your social media handle and the rest. Okay, so these are the real life success stories I want to talk about. So I set Sogebra Foundation project in September 2023. I thought about it, it came to my mind, I put it down, I made it plain so that I can run with it and not confuse myself. I reached out to my friends, that's individual donations, they supported. I reached out to organizations and they supported. I was able to do beyond what you're seeing. I gave books, you can see. Okay, I didn't put the uniform there. I gave books. I even gave certain things to some children that have not even captured in the numbers. I reached out to over 200 children. And part of the things I even did was also to give to some other people in some other places. And you know the most amazing thing here is that because I did this, my uncle too was really, really impressed. And because there's a community where, there's a village where he's the king, he did the same thing. So I was able to inspire him to even go to his own village to motivate these children and give them these back to school resources. So you see that it is, if you collaborate properly and then channel the fundraising campaign to the right source with God on your side, you will go beyond, you will reach communities, you even reach people, children or learners, let me say learners that you don't even have, probably not captured in your goals. Maybe you have 50 people there. At the end of the day, you might be reaching out to 200 people. So this is your call to action here. Your call to action here is to learn collaboration and fundraising skills. So you have to empower yourself and your community, whoever you want to work with. You empower them by learning essential collaboration and fundraising. So you need to learn negotiation skills. It's very, very important, because you might meet some people that it might require that you negotiate. It's not how much is this in 5 naira, no, it's 10 naira. No, that's not what I'm talking about. While you are trying to communicate what your goals or your projects is, you need to learn how to have a very good conversation, and then you win them over. Okay? Now, the second call to action is apply your new skills to your project. I know that some of us know these things before. You should go back. You want to apply this collaboration and fundraising discussion now into your project. What do you do? Sit down, look at your connection, Maybe you pick up your phone. Who are the people that I can even reach out to? But before you do, you need to have your budget. This is what I want to do. Set your goals and have your budget. I will need 100,000. I will need just 50,000 naira. In fact, I need just 10,000 naira and maybe 100 story books, this number of writing, you just make it plain like that. So when you have all of this, because you cannot go and meet somebody and you'll be discussing your goals, fantastic, this is brilliant. People are like you still exist. I appreciate it. So what's your budget? They say, let me go and come back. Then they perceive you as someone that is not serious. So you have your budget already. You have these things you want to do without even carrying a book. So when your negotiation skill is top notch and you are winning the person over, you are telling the person that this is what I need. I need 1 million naira. And the 1 million naira is because I want to buy book, I want to buy data. So maybe someone will say, don't worry, the books, I'll take care of it. The data, I'll take care of it. For your logistics, I'll take it. You are solving the problem already. The obstacle that is supposed to stop you, you get it sorted already. So apply your new skills to your project. So in conclusion, collaboration and fundraising stand as integral pillars of success for any project. Collaboration, fundraising, success, engagement, teamwork, all of these that I mentioned are the ingredients to your project for it to also be a sustainable project. Okay, so collaboration fuels innovation while fundraising ignites impact. So together they transform aspiration into achievement. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that collaboration and fundraising are very, very important to this project of yours. Please, any question? Do we have any question?
Thank you so much, Miss Shola. That was a very impactful one, I must say. If they don't have questions, I think I want to ask a question for the educators on their behalf. Miss Shola, can I go on?
Yes, please.
All right. So you mentioned, collaboration and then fundraising. So I don't know about other educators, but that put a little bit of fear in me. Um, what happens when I don't have friends or people around me who can raise funds for me? And that's question number one. Question number two, I mean, there are projects that we can always embark on that doesn't have to do with money. So I think I just want us to agree. Is it possible to embark on any of these projects without having money in mind? Those are my two questions.
Okay. Sorry. You said the first question is what again?
Okay, so what happens when we don't have people around who can raise funds for us?
Okay. If you don't have friends, your friends are not necessarily the only set of people that you can meet to assist you. If you by now have a project that you want to solve in your community and you're in the education space, I want to believe that there are people that know you already. For example, let me mention someone's name here. I think Gloria Opanachi is someone that I know and she knows me. But we are not friends and we are not enemies. But I know that she's a teacher. If she wants to carry out a project or this project she's embarking on, and she needs financial support and she needs individuals, she can reach out to me. It doesn't have to be your friends alone, but please have good friends. They don't have to give you millions. It can be as little as 5,000 naira, little as 2,000 naira. It is something. It depends on the project that you want to embark on. And they don't even have to give you money. They can support you. Probably they have resources at home. Somebody here said teach a child how to read. Let's say you're my friend. Okay, there's a lady that I know and Dr. Fatu knows her. She wants to have a project like that.
So sorry, Miss Shola. I hope you're okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. Please give me a couple of minutes. A second.
Please take your time.
Okay, so this lady, I didn't know about her project, but Sukomi knows about her project. That is Okay, so let me just, before I say this thing, let me finish my statement because I think I am an expert in cutting myself short. I'm not cutting myself short too. So company knows this lady. And so he mentioned to me because he knows I have some resources, right? So, and I know her too. And he referred her, in fact, right in my presence, that please give this lady some of these your storybooks because she wants to do this project. I'm not giving her money. I don't have to give, but I have resources. And she's not my friend. We are not enemies either. So there are people like that. You just have to leverage your network. Don't look out for example, if you reach out to me, you need something, I can decide, okay, the last time I did my project in September, there was this particular organization that reached out to me. They are also into reading and all that. The lady reached out to me and asked me that they wanted to support. I don't know her, but they're not giving me money. They want to give me books, some stationaries that I'll give to the children I want to go and give items to. So you see, it doesn't have to be just a friend, but you will have to start. They say charity begins at home, including yourself, that you want to embark on the journey. You should also be able to say that, okay, I am giving this token. That is if your project needs financial resources. Then to your second question, you said it's not all the projects. Yes, it's not all the projects, but remember that I don't know what kind of projects you want to do. It depends on your community also. If I'm in a community where they don't even appreciate reading and I want all of them to learn how to read, then number one, I will need resources. How do I get the resources? I have to buy them. If no one is coming forth to give me, I have to buy them. I need money to buy them. And the children too, you find out that the first time they come, they read. To them, it could be boring. Are you not going to motivate them so that they come back again? You cannot teach someone that is hungry. You have to solve the problem. You might not be able to solve it, but they know that when they come, you give them biscuits or drinks will go, or there's something that they will win if they do something right. You need money. So the amount of money that we need for different projects now varies. You can start a project with almost nothing, but eventually you will need some financial support.
Thank you so much, Ms. Shola, for answering that question, those questions. While you were raising your hand, you can unmute your mic.
Yes, yes, I was. Yes, I was. Thank you so much, Miss Shola, for this presentation, collaboration. Wow, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. As you were talking and presenting, I was just thinking to myself, oh, okay, but I just wanted to, I don't know if it's contribution, maybe like a question or something maybe you want to clarify. Then with the question that she asked, I'm thinking, like for me, I just feel like if you have a project that you want to work on, you have to also be willing to sacrifice. Are you willing to spend your own money to see that project being realized? Because it also starts from you being willing to spend your resources and not just sitting down and waiting for resources to come. It's okay to source for funds. What if those funds never come? So what do? Will your project die because you did not get the resources to fund the project? Or what are you willing to do for that project if you feel like it's something that will really impact children? What are you willing to do for that project to be impactful in the lives of children? For me, my project is on just homeschooling kids. I see the need for this. I saw the need for this, and I started doing something on it already. I'm sure as time goes on, we'll be able to talk more on our project topics and the reason why we chose them. But that's just basically what I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Awa. Any other person has any question? All right. In absence of any question, I want to appreciate sincerely Ms. Shola Adeola Sogebra for taking her time on that presentation. I myself took a lot home from that. Collaboration is indeed a fuel for innovation as well as fundraising. So if you don't have people who you can collaborate with, it is time for you to go and start sourcing for them, and also people who you can raise funds from and with. Go and be the change makers. All right, I will hand over the mic to Mr. Opeifa to conclude the program since nobody has any question.